can be our tiebreaker.
First one to kill him wins. It's sudden death, no ties, go.
Huh? You know you can't win. You can't destroy what I really am. Even if you manage to kill this body, someone even stronger would surface and take my place. Not one death will go unaccounted for. Not one!
In every artist's journey, there are guiding lights, sources of inspiration that illuminate the path ahead. For me, and for countless others, one of the most important of those guiding lights was Akira Toriyama. Today I want to take some time to reflect on the impact he had on the manga industry, on pop culture as a whole, and especially on my life. Akira Toriyama is an icon, a legendary mangaka, a youthful soul, an incredibly creative and tenacious artist. But for me, he's a hero, a superhero even.
Who are you?
An old-fashioned superhero.
I have greatly admired and looked up to this man for my entire life. He has influenced so many aspects of my personality, my art style, my development as a human. His work and his inspiration, they are a part of me, to my core. In this video, I am going to attempt to honor my hero. I want to talk a little bit about his influence throughout my life, express some extreme gratitude, and most importantly, make some art. When I was about 6 or 7, I was at home watching TV with my grandpa. He and I loved watching cartoons together. We were big fans of the old school Looney Tunes and the Animaniacs especially. He really loved Pinky and the Brain. But this day, he just happened to be flipping through channels, trying to find something interesting, maybe even something new. He asked me what I wanted to watch, and I remember just saying cartoons. I always loved any form of cartoon. So he was flipping through channels, and eventually he stopped on one, just to see what was on. And that's when everything changed. I was immediately captivated by this brilliant world. So many dynamic characters, bright vivid colors, incredible action, and it was pretty funny on top of everything else. It had so much heart. This was my first introduction into the world of Dragon Ball. I had never seen or experienced anything even close to this before. The style was so different. These characters had superpowers, but a different kind of superpowers. They weren't like Spider-Man or the X-Men or any of the other superpowered characters I had grown accustomed to at this point. No, these guys were flying around faster than the eye could keep track of, shooting ki blasts, transforming into great apes, fighting aliens, traveling to other planets, going Super Saiyan. They were so different, so cool. It was amazing. Everything about this show caught my eye. I was inspired to draw all the time. We couldn't really afford sketchbooks, so I just took lined paper notebooks and just drew in them like all day, every day, filling book after book with Goku and the Z Fighters and creating my own Dragon Ball characters. Just endless drawing and sketching and having a blast during it all. Dragon Ball was the fire to the hot air balloon that was my imagination. Even beyond drawing all the time, it became a part of my life. From the formative years of my musical taste, thanks to spending countless hours on the internet watching AMVs, to thousands of hours spent playing and mastering every single Dragon Ball game I could get my hands on, to my earliest interest in voice acting, after randomly discovering a video on YouTube of an old panel at some anime con in the early 2000s of the Dragon Ball Z cast answering questions about the first Broly movie.
My emotional connection to it is certainly different than a fan's connection because we were so intimately involved with helping get it on television. But in a way it is similar because of the very nature of the way we got the materials. When we first started working on the show, the internet was in its infancy. There wasn't so much as a single fan site or a place where you could find a fan dub or any of the manga online. So we didn't really know exactly what was going to happen to our characters as they were happening. So as Vegeta powers up, that was like a big moment for me in the booth, as well as for, you know, when fans got to that point, that was an exciting thing for them. I know Sean even went through stages when Goku would be injured. It would be damaging to his
my pocketbook. Because I would call my dad and ask him for money. I'd say, Goku's sick and in the tank. I have no lines. Can I borrow money for gas? Like, it was one of those things where, you know, it affects your life in that way. And
so all those big moments that fans appreciate, we definitely appreciate it.
We definitely appreciate it.
Because when you're screaming like that for hours and hours, you don't have a choice but to really deeply connect with a character like that, because you're throwing your soul into that character.
Oh yeah, it is absolutely, you feel like you're gonna vibrate apart in the booth.
Has Dragon Ball Z given me superpowers over the years? Well, I mean, the answer is yes. See?
Thanks.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Christopher Sabat, the voice of Vegeta and Piccolo on the heartwarming show, Dragon Ball Z.
I'm Sean Schimmel, I'm the voice of Goku and King Kai on the also heartwarming show, Dragon Ball Z.
To you, Goku, my greatest pupil with a tail, I entrust this ancient Dragon Ball. Keep it and the others from the evil Emperor. And while fearsome creatures may stand in your way and be your lunch, you'll also have many allies, even Bulma. 2 brave warriors, fast-kicking Krillin and sword-swinging Yamcha, will help you defeat the Emperor and his evil fighters. Dragon Ball!
Dragon Ball, action figures and collectible figures from Bandai.
I really mean it when I say Dragon Ball changed everything for me. Akira Toriyama changed everything for me. From musical interests to my favorite hobbies and pastimes to my actual professional career, he has influenced almost every single aspect of my life, from childhood till now. Like, I literally have multiple Dragon Ball related tattoos. It means so much to me. I could sit here and gush for hours about all the ways it impacted me, and I would never even scratch the surface of its deeply rooted impact on my life. Akira Toriyama's stories gave me something to talk about with my brother when we otherwise had absolutely nothing in common. My younger sister and I have bonded for many, many hours over playing all the games and rewatching the old shows together. It's been an avenue for me to connect with my nieces and nephews, even a decent chunk of my closest friends I would never have started talking to if we hadn't connected over our mutual love for Dragon Ball. People might be wondering why so many of us are so worked up and affected so heavily by this loss. You don't even know him, things like that, right? I would argue that we did know him, more than most creators of stories. If you stayed up on his interviews and things of that nature, it became very apparent that his personality is what shined through his work. We do know him, very deeply actually. His characters, these worlds he put together, these things are Akira Toriyama. He let us into his world. He let us into his heart and soul. He gave us everything he had. We connect so deeply to his works because you can practically feel the beating pulse through all of it. It feels so warm and heartfelt. And he tried so hard to keep us laughing, even at darker and more serious times. He really shared his spirit with us. He gave us his energy, all of it. I will never be able to fully express the amount of gratitude I have for Toriyama Sensei, for everything he's done for me in my life. He made my world so much brighter, and I am endlessly grateful.
Vegeta, thanks.
For what? I should be thanking you, Kakarot.
Nah, what do you mean? I loved every minute. Goodbye, my friend.
Throughout this video, I've been working on a piece of art, something I wanted to put together to pay tribute and honor my hero. His artistic style has influenced me throughout my entire life, and I just wanted to take a shot at creating a fun piece full of Dragon Ball characters, but in my own way. I'll show you my finished piece in a bit, but I've spent all this time talking about how much he and his work means to me. I think I should talk at least a little about his influence and impact beyond my small corner of the world.
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon, rock dragon, come get me. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon, rock dragon Ball Z. Dragon, rock dragon, come get me. Dragon, rock dragon Ball Z. Dragon, rock dragon, come get me. Fly away. 体中に広がるパノラマ。顔を蹴られた地球が起こって火山を爆発させる。溶けた氷の中に恐竜がいたら玉乗りしこみたいね。チャラヘチャラ何が起きても気分はへのへのカッパ。チャラヘチャラ胸がバチバチするほど竿もあいあい。
Here for Dragon Ball Z?
Now you can join the quest to collect Dragon Ball Z action figures and authentic trading cards, 7 in all, one in every Burger King Big Kids meal you buy.
Toriyama's artistry was truly one of a kind, blending whimsical charm with breathtaking action. His character designs are iconic, instantly recognizable, even to those who have never seen Dragon Ball. His page format and storytelling through action with hardly any dialogue is truly unmatched in my opinion. Beyond his individual works, Toriyama's impact on the anime and manga industry as a whole cannot be overstated. Dragon Ball became a cultural phenomenon, captivating audiences worldwide and introducing countless people to the world of anime and manga for the first time. His influence can be seen in countless artists, writers, and animators' work all across pop culture over the last 45 plus years. We wouldn't have things like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Inuyasha, My Hero Academia, Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho, Demon Slayer, One Punch Man, and practically every other shonen manga and anime since the late 80s without Akira Toriyama. Beyond his Japanese influence, so many Western-created shows, films, and comics have taken direct inspiration from his work.
Miss this opportunity! Who are you people? Don't you see the universe matters more than your meaningless squabble? Meaningless, huh? What do you know of meaningless? Spend most of your life ruled by another. Watch your race dwindle to a handful. And then, tell me what has more meaning than your own strength.
Looking at this piece I made in honor of Akira Toriyama, I'm filled with all kinds of emotions and reminded of all the joy and comfort he brought me through the years. Through his stories and characters, he sparked our imaginations and inspired our creativity. It's my honor to share this artwork with you as a small token of gratitude for all that Toriyama Sensei has given us. I only hope I was able to capture and reflect an ounce of his artistic genius. As we say goodbye to a real-life superhero, I think we should be full of love and gratitude for all that he's given us. His stories, his characters, and his creativity have touched the hearts of millions. He's left an incredible mark on the world that will endure for generations to come. Though he may be gone, he has achieved what many, if not all, artists strive toward, filling the world with joy and laughter and amazement. He made a difference. He left the world a better place from where he found it. His spirit will live on in the pages of his manga, in the episodes of anime he wrote, in the dozens of films he oversaw. He is immortal in the hearts of his fans, and in the endless possibilities of the worlds he created. So I would just like to say thank you, Toriyama Sensei, for everything. I hope King Yama takes good care of you in Otherworld. And say hey to King Kai for me after you get done running the Snake Way.